So yes, basically taking this off to
Let's
reveal,
see. Drum roll. What sound that is?
What's up, y'all? Said Entertainer. I'm asking y'all to check out the Loveology Podcast. This is...
Hello, and welcome to the Loveology Podcast, where we talk about love and life with laughter. I'm Ashley.
And I'm Jason.
He's the carefree one.
She's the serious one.
And we're married.
We have been since 2012, and we like to think of ourselves as a couple of loveologists.
Not because we are the experts, but because we just love love.
We enjoy studying and talking about it, so we thought, let's just start a podcast.
A place where we can share what we have learned about love, relationships, and marriage.
You can share what you've learned, and we can all grow together.
So here we are. Are you ready?
Let's get started. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to a Loveology Podcast episode. We got me and my lovely wife here. We are here. I am glad you are here to listen to another episode.
Why are you saying hell?
I don't know, do something different. 2020 has been different, man. Let's make you want to do stuff differently.
It's almost over.
It is. I got the fro going, y'all. I know y'all can see the fro. I don't know if y'all can see the fro and the beard, but you know what I'm saying. Been out doing my thing.
We will definitely be talking about this later on in this episode.
Hairstyles, because my wife has got something to show y'all.
So I know that you all have been waiting to hear, our loyal listeners have definitely been waiting to hear what happened. We have been away for a month. Why have we been gone for a month?
Sure.
So we're going to talk about that today. And like Jason said, well, first I do want to thank you all for your patience as we've been away for a month. So, thank you. We love you guys.
I know we've been charting since we've been gone. So we definitely appreciate a lot of loyal listeners across the world, because we've been charting in Ireland, we've been charting in some countries in Africa,
New Zealand.
Yeah, we've been charting. So
which, shout out New Zealand, no COVID cases.
Right. Well, they dropped all the restrictions.
Oh, they dropped all the restrictions. Okay.
Yeah. So we definitely appreciate everybody still going back and listening to all our content, because we've been making content for over a year and a half now. Yeah. So we have hours, days, weeks of content. So, whenever you get caught up to this episode, feel free to go and check out some of our earlier episodes, because they're still relevant. Yeah.
Okay. So again, like I said, we're going to talk about where we've been for the past month. Jason just said, I have something new going on. Y'all see the wrap. It's something new happening over here.
Sure.
And so we are also going to talk about, I basically cut my hair. So we're going to talk about why this happened and what that has to do with like individuality in a relationship, because basically it took me a long time to cut my hair, even though it was something that I've been wanting to do. And basically I didn't do it because of Jason. So we're going to talk about that. Okay. Yeah. So I guess, we can just get right on in.
Dive on in this thing.
So where we have been for the past month, I think
we've been here.
The last episode that we did, Jason did on his own. And it was about basically some tips about how to support your spouse or your significant other during a difficult time. So I was going through a very difficult time because my grandmother was sick. And she was in the hospital, and I'm very close with my grandmother. So, she was in and out of the hospital, and, it was kind of like a roller coaster of emotions, because we thought she was doing better, and then she wasn't, and then we thought she was doing better, and then she wasn't. So, until basically she passed away. So my grandmother passed away on November 19th. I was very blessed to go home and be able to see her before she passed away. That's about the only thing that can get me on an airplane during this time is, someone very close to me being sick. So I hopped on a plane and went back to Arkansas to go see my grandmother. So I'm very fortunate and very blessed to have been able to see her before she passed. But of course, it's a very difficult thing, right?
Right.
I'm doing better now because it's been some time that has passed. But of course, like, it was just really difficult. I like to think that I am a person that, is just very well aware that someone, we're all going to pass, we're all going to die. And I try to live my life remembering that and really like telling the people that I love them and really giving them their flowers while they're alive. Right. Sure. So I do feel like, I did that. I feel like, I did as much as I could for her, and, I called her, and I kept the relationship up. So, but I did try to prepare myself a long time ago that she was going to pass away eventually. But, you can just never really prepare yourself for that.
Right.
So again, of course, it was really difficult, but, yeah, I mean, I love her. And, I did a Facebook post about how I carry her with me, because I really do feel that, anybody who knows me, I'm sure I've said on this podcast a few times some love,
grandma sayings.
Yes, grandmother sayings about love and relationships. So she's definitely with me. I feel her with me. And, she taught me so much. She was just like, oh, what do you, there's a jack of all trades. What do you want to call it? A Jane of all trades?
Just an awesome person.
Yeah, she's just a beautiful woman. She took care of so many people, and she was just very giving. Like, I just learned so much from her. So I carry all her lessons and all her love with me, and that's what gets me through it. And Jason has definitely been very supportive during this time. When it was all really happening, he basically, you weren't too sure sometimes of what to do,
Yeah. I don't think we have, I mean, because you just never know what's gonna happen. I don't know how you're gonna react. I don't know how I'm gonna react. You know what I'm saying? We just don't know. You don't know what's gonna happen. So it's just one of those things. It's kind of difficult to prepare for. You just got to go through it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. But I thank you very much, honey. I think you did an excellent job. I know you were, like I said, a little concerned, like you didn't know if you were doing the right thing, but no, I think you handled it very well. You were there to listen to me, talk to me, just let me cry, let me process my feelings, got me some flowers. You just let me be alone, because that's a lot of times when I'm going through a hard time, I need to just be alone. So, he did that, and it allowed me just to be alone. Took care of the kids, groceries, food, just took care of everything. So I could just be by myself and mourn if that's what I wanted to do. Yeah. And if I wanted to talk to you, then, you let me talk to you. So if any of you, we are going through a pandemic. So a lot of people are losing people this year, so yeah. If any of you are, with someone who has lost someone, these are the things that definitely worked for me. It was very, very helpful for me. Right. Let's see, what else did you do, Jason? Well, what piece of advice would you give to people who?
Well, I did want to give a shout out. Like I said, a lot of people are losing a lot of people, right? Somebody, I'm pretty sure anybody that's listening to this, you lost somebody that's close to you, or somebody who's lost somebody that's close to them. It's really that simple. And so, just a tough time. So definitely want to give a shout out to your classmate that we lost in Brinkley, Dorca.
Yes.
Definitely me and her was friends for a very long time. And then, like I said, it's your classmate. So
yeah, play basketball together 4 years, longer than that. So yeah, it's just a really difficult year, you know. And she didn't pass because of the pandemic, but it's still very, very difficult, right? So
I mean, your grandma didn't either.
Right, my grandmother didn't either. Yes.
Right. But also give a shout out to Kalisha as well. She passed away. She was murdered, in Brinkley. So, shout out to the prayers to that family and everybody that's involved. So just a lot going on in 2020, but we can all get through this. And that's what this episode is about, helping your mate get through a difficult time.
Yeah. Well, part of it is.
Part of it is.
So, I mean, so what were you feeling? I think you said it a little bit, but what were you feeling as I was going through,
as a man, what I'm saying, you want to be the person to fix things. You know what I'm saying? I'm the type of person that says, one of my mottos is if I can't fix it, then it ain't broke. You know what I'm saying? So, Mr. Fix It. And in this particular situation, I can't fix that. You know what I'm saying? All I can do is just be there to support and to help out. So sometimes I feel kind of hopeless, you know what I'm saying? Helpless, not hopeless, but helpless. And I just gotta turn it, whatever gear that I got, that top gear that I gotta put it, I gotta figure out another gear because I knew I had to step it up, you know what I'm saying, and do some things that I never done in this marriage, and that's like watch the kids for a week.
Yeah.
Solo dolo.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. I forgot to mention that.
Yeah.
I went back to Arkansas for 7 days, and my job was very understanding. One of the great things right now is that I'm working from home. So I just said, hey, I need to go to Arkansas. And they were like, okay, you can work from Arkansas, take off all the time that you need. So yes, Jason was here with 2 little ones, a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old.
Sure.
Not
he
quite
wasn't even 2 yet.
A few days from being 2.
Still breastfeeding. Let's throw that out there. So he was weaning. He wanted some of me, but I ain't got no milk over here, brother. So, you know what I'm saying? I had to wean him off because every morning he typically is the first one that wakes up in the family.
Yeah. And I was just breastfeeding him in the morning, right? And when he wake up and at night. So it wasn't like he was like breastfeeding all day. Right. But I had every intention of weaning him after he turned 2. So. Right.
But it was an abrupt stopped.
Yeah. But and he was so close to being 2, of course, like, oh, well, he's just I gotta go see my grandmother. So
don't get me wrong. She wanted to take him.
Yeah. I did. I was like, dude, should I take him?
And because I'm like, no, you're not taking him. We gonna hold it down. We gonna hold it down. So
So you did an excellent job.
Yeah. So
when I got back, the house was but I already know.
Was it?
Yes.
I don't know, babe.
Our bedroom, Jason. Look, I've already cleaned the bedroom, so he's already forgotten.
Sometimes you can't see it, man. You can't see it. We got all this responsibility in your face. Sometimes you can't see the other stuff.
Yeah, he already forgot how that fast. That's so funny. Yes, the bedroom was looked like a hurricane had gone through, but that's okay because he did a good job. It's very difficult.
Maybe because I cleaned up the downstairs.
You cleaned the kitchen.
Yeah.
And mopped the floor.
Yeah.
But the front room was still a little messy and our bedroom was just crazy.
Well, I did a lot.
He did. I've been there. I totally understand. I was like, now you understand how I felt when you went out of town and I'm with these little ones. You know what I mean? Out of town for a week. Special. Like I've had to do this, right? Yeah. Like I think I was like 2 weeks away from giving birth to Isaiah, and Jason had to go out of town, and so I had to do that, right? So, yeah. But anyway, but you did a great job, yes. But continue on with what you were saying. Whatever my role, to be helpful and to be able to, have everything under control and the security and all that good stuff. It's like, that's out the window. Your heart is broken. You're going through a tough time. You're hurting, and there's nothing I can do about it. Right.
I can't protect you from that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I can't secure you from that. So that just makes you feel a little, just a little down. You know what I'm saying? That's just a little down.
Yeah. Well, again, I really appreciate you. And like I said, if you don't know what to do, just clean up around the house or, just listen. I did appreciate the flowers. It did make me smile, but know that a person who is grieving may just burst into tears at any moment. And that's what I was doing, was just bursting into tears at any time. So, just be prepared for that and, Jason one time just put his hand on my shoulder and, gave me a hug, and that's about it. You just got to let people grieve. Sometimes we try to rush it, and no, just let them cry. Just be there and let them cry.
Right.
Lay in the bed with them and just be there and let them cry.
Right.
So like I said, I did cut off all my hair. We're going to reveal this at the end. It ended up having something to do with my grandmother passing, but it didn't start out that way. So we're going to talk about how it started out. And like I said, we're talking about individuality in a relationship because I wanted to cut my hair a long time ago, but I didn't because of this guy. So I will tell you.
Keep putting it on me, but it really
is on me. Yeah. It's on me, and I will discuss that. So basically, just to tell you a quick story about what is going on, in 2013, I was in the U.S. Navy and I was deployed for 8 months. And
Air Force.
Understandably, that was a very stressful situation. There was some things going on that made it more stressful than what it had to be.
Why was it so stressful?
Because you're deployed, and I was working like 17 hours a week, 17 hours a day, and I wasn't getting any sleep at all. And
you was getting sleep, but.
Well, I mean, not really. I was getting at a max 5 hours every day. If I could get that. Sometimes it was like 4.5 hours. And
didn't the Navy have some type of rule where you supposed to get like at least 5 hours of sleep?
No, that's y'all. Air Force.
No. For us, we supposed to get 12 hours of uninterrupted rest. It was called crew rest.
Before you do a certain thing.
A mission,
Yeah.
That's
no.
Why, you
and my job was like, pretty important actually. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And, for me to be sleepy is just not cool. Right.
Right.
So it was just a lot of stuff going on. I'm just going to save you all the details, but there was a lot of stuff. I mean, I think anybody who's been deployed, well, not anybody, because some people on deployment was kicking it.
Time.
They was kicking it. Not me. I was working like a slave. Like it was just ridiculous. So, when I got back, I found a bald spot in the top of my head, in the crown of my head. Mm-hmm. And it's so funny because, I don't know, I was thinking about this because, the night that I discovered this, I was actually going to like our ship's holiday party. We was having a holiday party. Mm-hmm. And, you will see a picture of me on Facebook, smiling,
The beautiful green dress on.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And I was not that happy. I mean, I was happy. I did have a good time. I had a good time, but it's like you never know what a person is going through. It just kind of reminds me that was like the moment that night I discovered that I had this spot in my head because I straightened my hair. And I was like, oh my God, it's a huge spot in my head. And I was so worried like all night because my hair was so straight and I kept trying to like cover it up at whatever, trying to make sure that it was covered. So I did have a good time. So it wasn't like a lie. The picture is not a lie. But there's also a flip side of that coin,
right,
that I was actually going through something traumatic. Like a lot of women deal with hair loss and people are not talking about hair loss as much, right? I found a lot of YouTube videos talking about it, but this is like a major problem. And for women, this is a very traumatic thing to have a bald spot in our head or to like be combing your hair and all of your hair is coming out. It's very traumatic. So then I thought about cutting all my hair off. And I decided not to. I decided to try to do like, some Jamaican black castor oil on.
But didn't you say you always wanted to like, if you wasn't married, you like go overseas and cut your hair off? And...
So the first time, I think that I've always had long hair, always. And sometimes I guess I don't know any better way to say this besides like girls were jealous of my hair because it was super long, right? Like down to here. We'll put a picture up. But it was super long. And so I kind of had like, it's kind of like that idea that you want what you don't have. So people with short hair want long hair, and people with long hair are like, I don't want to see what I look like with short hair. Like I don't want the long hair.
Right.
But I think some of that came from, people just like assuming that I thought that I was better than them because my hair was long. Like, right. And I was just like the nicest little girl ever. And girls didn't like me because my hair was long. So
and you didn't even know it was a thing.
And I didn't even know it was a thing. Yeah. So, you know, so maybe that it's kind of like a deeper, you know, philosophical reason why I was kind of like always kind of wondering what I would look like with short hair, and kind of really like the idea of cutting all my hair off. I saw a girl when I was getting my undergraduate degree, and she had like a buzz cut, and I was like, oh my God, you look so beautiful with your cut. And it was the first time that I seen it. She had big hoop earrings on. She just looked so beautiful to me with this low haircut. And every time I see a girl with short hair, I'm like, oh my gosh, you're gorgeous. So I had kind of an infatuation. But the time that you're talking about is that I considered going into the Peace Corps, and you go overseas to these areas that, you know, are poverty stricken, and you have to live like they live, you know. And I'm talking about like no running water and all this other stuff. So I was like, well, if I go to the Peace Corps, I got to cut all my hair off because I can't be dealing with my hair going to the Peace Corps. Right. But I decided not to go to the Peace Corps because I was like, I guess I'm too Americanized or something, because I was like, man, I don't know if I can do that, actually. I don't, you know, because first of all, I don't come from money. So it's like, shoot, I don't feel like, ooh, like this is rough. Like I don't come from money. So I've already had kind of like a hard life. And to be living like that, I just couldn't do it. So I ended up becoming a AmeriCorps Vista. Basically do the same thing in America, right? So but anyway, so that's what you're thinking of. That I was definitely going to cut my hair, but I didn't do that. So, you know, I tried to like do the Jamaican black castor oil, but basically, like, you know, as time went on, started having babies and all this other stuff, I couldn't take care of my hair the way that I needed to. We transitioned, like I got out of the Navy, and we transitioned you know, from the East Coast to the West Coast to come to LA. And it's just been, you know, going nonstop. A lot of stressful situations have been happening, and basically
kids, school. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Me starting a job, working crazy hours, which means that you got to work crazy hours with the kids.
Yes.
And, you know, we had moms move with us, you know, and she was a big help. Shout out to moms. We appreciate the moms, man, for looking out and helping us out along our journeys. But it's a lot, man. Yeah. It's a lot to maintain all that. And everybody know LA ain't cheap. So it's a lot going on.
Yeah. So basically I still had this urge. I wanted to cut off my hair. So, well, I would say that basically the spot was getting bigger, and my hair was getting thinner right at the top. And I wanted to cut my hair off for the longest because I'm like, I am just too busy. Once you get a spot like that, a bald spot, you really have to like baby it in order for it to grow back and catch up. So the rest of my head is just like so healthy, and the hair is so thick, and my hair was so long, and I just kept putting it back up in a bun. I'm sure you guys seen it, right?
Yeah, look at the past episodes.
So I'm putting it up because I'm going through. I just have to do so much. There's so much to be done. Have time. I just don't have time to really take care of it like I need to. And like I said, when you have a spot in your head, you really have to take care of that spot in order for it to grow back. So I want to catch it. Yeah, you want to catch it as soon as possible, because I'm still sad right now because I feel like I let it go too long. And, you know, it just spread more than what it was when I first discovered it. So I'm not saying that everybody needs to cut off their hair, but I am saying that when you see a spot, you have to take care of it. So for me, because of what was going on in our life and how much we were doing, I needed to cut my hair off because the rest of my hair was just way too long and too thick for me to be dealing with that, and for me to really take care of that area the way that it really needed to be taken care of. So, you know, I wasn't taking care of my hair. Like, it's no really any excuse, I guess. You know, I don't know, but it was just my life was just too busy for it, you know? Right. So like now I'm like, whew, I can wash my hair and like put oil on my scalp and I'm done. And like 15 minutes max, right? So it's great. I don't have to spend 3 hours doing my hair. So I did not cut my hair because one of the major reasons, it is all of me, but Jason influenced.
You gotta throw the little fellas. You're gonna get thrown in there one way or the other. So, you know what I'm saying? Just be prepared.
Jason influenced me not to cut my hair. And we will talk about this again, about individuality in a relationship. So, Jason, why didn't you want me to cut my hair?
Why didn't I? This is not rehearsed. Why didn't I want you to cut your hair?
Yeah.
So this is how I feel, right? We're partners, right? So, and you have friends, right? I am. It's an opinion. You know, I don't know. You know, fact. You know, people think they know facts, but we really don't know facts. A lot of people do a lot of surface level research and really don't know what's going on. But you know, so I'm just an opinion that's here for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's from my perspective. And it's up to you to use that information that you hear and make up your own decision, you know, come up with your own decision. So why I didn't want you to cut your hair initially, I thought that you would look a little different. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think your face had the shape enough, because I feel like you had the, you know, they had the long hair and the kind of, you know, because you got like a little round face, you know what I'm saying? So, the, you know, I don't know. No excuse really, but that's just how I was thinking at the time. So yeah, I just thought that, because, you know, I've in the past, I've noticed girls with long hair, they want to get their hair cut. And then when they get their hair cut, they mad that they got their hair cut. But this is a different situation. But still, I'm going off of my experiences of seeing all these long-haired women getting their hair cut. Then they get mad. They got their hair cut. And then they grow it back out. Yeah. It's like, well, maybe you didn't. I guess maybe they just want to go through that phase of cutting it and having it grow back out. So I think that's what it was initially.
Okay. And then what else after that?
What are you talking about after that?
Well, you say initially, like there was another reason.
No, initially, because later on, I was encouraging you to cut your hair. Yeah, so that's why I was saying initially. That's why I didn't want you to cut your hair initially.
Well, what about being afraid that you weren't going to be attracted to me or something?
I don't know if, did I say that? Because I be forgetting stuff, y'all.
I think you said something about like there was, because we did discuss this before, and you said something about like, you know, he's always seen me. We grew up together, so he's always known me as long hair Ashley, right? Like that's how most people know me. My hair is long. So, you know, I think you were just like, you like my hair? You want me to have long hair? You don't want you know, short hair?
I think I've been conditioned to like longer hair or something. You know what I'm saying? At an earlier age. But now that I'm grown and I have matured, you know, it's not about the hair. You know what I mean? Like it's about you, your spirit. It's about you. You know what I'm saying? It's about Ashley, and Ashley isn't what's on your face or on your head or the clothes you wear. Ashley is your heart. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm attracted to. So therefore, it doesn't really matter. You can shave your eyebrows off and take all your eyelashes out. It is what it is. We in here. You know what I'm saying? We in for the long haul. You know what I'm saying? They say for better or for worse. And this is not a worse thing. This is just something that's part of it. You know? Hell, I'm growing out the fro. She don't like the fro.
Yeah, so let's get to that, basically. So
it is what it is, though.
So basically, like, so I did like just a tiny bit of research about like sacrificing too much when you are in a relationship, and you know, the importance of keeping your individuality when you're especially when you're in a long-term relationship. So, you know, I don't feel like that Jason was controlling me, because I've talked to some women who like, he can't tell you what to do with your head. That's your head. You know what I'm saying? But when you're in a relationship, you always, you do want to try to make the person happy, but not at the expense of yourself,
Right.
So I never really felt controlled by Jason. And I think that if you're in a relationship like that where a person is like controlling you and telling you what you can and cannot do, then you need to rethink that relationship. But
or just talk to them.
Yeah, for sure.
So just throw the relationship out the door. Just have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Because there may have the person may have, your significant other may have some selfish reasons behind it, but once they realize that this is what you really want to do, and this is something near and dear, you know what I'm saying? Then it's like you got to jump on board.
But sometimes you just can't understand, because I thought I was doing a good job at explaining to you why I wanted to, and we'll get to this, because basically, like, let me finish this point.
She remembering way more than I remember, so I don't know.
The point is that basically I was still heavily influenced by you, right? Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, it is your life. Your life is your responsibility. You know what I mean? And
how long ago was that when we first started talking about cutting
in 2013 when I saw the spot. That's
okay,
the first time. Like,
so 2013 is 2020. That was what, 7 years ago.
Yeah. Okay. So at the end of the day, like, I am the only person walking around in my body. Sure. I am the only person in my brain. I am the only person that's living my life. He's living it with me, but he ain't living my life, right? So back to Jason's hair.
I can put some life in her, but I ain't living her life.
Yeah. So back to your hair, so basically part of the reason why I went ahead and got this idea to go ahead and do this thing, right, is because I told Jason, I don't like long beards. Okay. I told him that. And I don't mind this too much. I don't know how I feel about the afro yet, but I do know that I told him I didn't like long beards. I do not know. What's the basketball player name with the big old beard? I think it's horrible. Like, I just don't like long beards. Not saying that he's a horrible person, not at all, but I just don't like long beards at all.
Why?
It's just not attractive to me. I don't like it.
Maybe a little immature then.
No. But like,
maybe you've been conditioned to like bald chin men.
Maybe, I don't know, but I am not gonna, like, if you want to grow your beard out, I ain't gonna steadily try to convince you not to. Once I see that you. Well, no. This is what happened.
Let's clear it up, man.
This is what happened.
Steadily. You're like, don't cut your hair. Don't cut your hair.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, no. You wasn't like walking around every day, but anytime I mention it, you like, no, you don't got the right face for it, and you ain't got the right head for it. I don't
think you do.
No, you would tell me that I don't have the right head for it. So
look, anyway. Y'all, look, it's her side, my perspective, and the truth, you know what I'm saying? So it's three sides to a story.
So basically, even though I have expressed to Jason that I don't like beards, this dude growing out his beard anyway. He growing out his hair. And I was just looking at him. I was like, so he really...
Come on, man. Y'all wouldn't grow y'all beard out?
For those who can't see us right now, Jason is all in the camera showing his beard.
Go to YouTube. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. Leave a comment too. Tell me how y'all like my beard on a scale of 1 to 10. Make sure all y'all listening, make sure y'all go check it out. Ireland, we was on the charts in Ireland, man. Go to YouTube, check us out.
Yeah. So why did you grow out your beard even though I expressed to you that I don't like long beards?
Because I'm a man. Nah. It's a lot of different things, but it's like, number one, it costs a lot of money to keep getting your hair cut. You see what I'm saying? That's first and foremost. Let's go there. And shout out to my barber, but man, I got to pay $40 something to get a haircut. You know what I'm saying? And that's, goatee and, keeping the waves nice and fresh. You know what I'm saying? And it's a pandemic. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going anywhere. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I look good regardless. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I wasn't worried about me, looking some type of way. I feel like you were still going to be attracted to me because I'm me. You know what I'm saying? So Ashley looking like you done dropped a couple of points. You done went from an 8 to a 6.
No, is that what he's still the sexiest man in the world.
But anywho,
because like you said, it's not about that.
Yeah, so she know what to say. Yeah, so it was just like, you know what, man, we're not going anywhere, man. Let me go see, just see what happens, you know, because you in the military, all the military men know. When you get out the military, you're going to grow a beard.
Mm-hmm.
That's just what you
do. I've seen so many men grow a beard, like on TV and stuff, because of like, you're not going anywhere.
It's convenient.
Yeah.
It's convenient. Right now it's convenient. So it's a lot of different things. So military, we've been forced to shave our beards. You know what I'm saying? Even if you get bumps, you know, African-American men, you know, some other men to get the bump, the folliculitis, Barbie, whatever it's called, where you get the shave, you know, you got to get a shaving waiver just so you don't have to do a clean shave. But, you know, you just like, you know, after, you know, being restricted to grow a beard, it's like, man, I want to grow a beard now. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I never really grew a beard, even once I got out the military, but I always kind of want to do it, right? And like I said, it's convenient now. Quarantine, you're not going anywhere, saving a little bread. You know what I'm saying? I got some clippers so I can line myself up a little bit. But I look way better when I go to the barber still. And then with my hair, I've been doing a little meditation here lately, and I just feel like, you know, your hair is just an extension of you. And some people call them antennas. And, you know, so it's like, and I see my son's hair. His hair to me looks very unique. It's like, man, I don't want to cut his hair. You know what I'm saying? I want to leave that decision up to him whenever he decides to get old enough to decide to cut his hair. But I think his hair looks very unique. And I was like, man, I'm gonna grow my hair out with him. And then your brother, Janelle, shout out to Janelle, he started to grow his hair back out. You know, back in the 90s, a lot of people grew their hair out. And I was with a group of guys in my school. They all grew their hair out. Now, I was never a follower. You know what I'm saying? It became this big craze. Now, everybody wanted braids. Everybody wanted the fro. And it's like, man, I'm not finna just grow my hair out just because everybody else is growing their hair out. So I decided to do the opposite. I'm going to keep the waves. Low cut Caesar with a deep waves. You know what I'm saying? That's what Beyonce said. So that's what I did. But now I was like, you know what? I'm going to switch it up. So it's just a lot of things converge to this point. And it's like, you know what? I'm going to grow this hair out. I don't care how ugly I look. And I'm going to grow this beard out. And so far, so good. Now, what I didn't expect, that all this maintenance in growing his hair out and, you know, keeping it moisturized and, you know, all this other stuff. Like, man, it's a lot of work. And I can understand now. I can kind of empathize a little bit, because y'all see how short my hair is. Yeah. But it's a lot of work for me. So imagine her long hair and how much work she was, you know, doing, and you know, dealing with the kids and all this and that. Man, it takes some time. So
yeah,
it actually
and this
helped.
was a time like now, Jason, like I said, has grown, and I've grown too. I don't want to just beat up on Jason, but like this is a time like he actually wasn't doing that much around the house either, right? So
what are you talking about?
Like cleaning wise, like I still had to do a lot of stuff around the house.
Yeah, I was doing some stuff now.
Okay,
just throw me out there like
I ain't saying you wasn't doing nothing. I didn't use the word nothing.
I'm just saying, don't throw me out there like that.
But I'm just saying, because a lot of women can relate is what I'm saying.
Okay.
There's a lot of women out here doing a lot. And the point is that you know what you need to do for yourself. Because like he said, this little hair that he got on his head, he already talking about, this is a lot of work.
It is.
Now, my hair down to here, curly, natural hair, you know what I mean? So like, you don't know what I'm going through. You see it, but you don't understand what I'm going through.
My arms ain't getting tired.
Right.
I ain't dealing with it.
You're not dealing with it for 2-3 hours. You're not.
Super not.
I'm doing that, right? So even though you see it.
I told her I think she'll look dope with some dreads, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you told me that. But yeah.
That still would have kind of.
Yeah, but that still don't answer the question of why you decided to do it, even though I said I don't want you to.
Man, you see, this what happens when you have a podcast with a person that knows how to interview. You can try to dip and swim around those questions. I be forgetting, but then she bring you right on back. So, what was the question again?
Why did you continue to grow out your beard, even though I said I didn't want you to?
I guess the simple question is because I just wanted to.
Because you just wanted to. So this is the thing, and this is why it still falls back on me, right?
It's my body.
It's look. Sometimes you just gotta put your foot down and just be like, this is what I want to do.
That's what I want to do.
This is what I need to do for myself. And so when I saw him growing out his beard, I already know this. I already know that men are like this. Y'all are going to do what you need to do. I thought that
you just don't know what you're talking about. You're like, I don't like it. But if I would have grown it out, then she'd be like, man, you know what? It is a little sexy. You know what I'm saying? That's why I thought was going to happen. But I guess it didn't happen all the way.
But basically, it still go back to, well, I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to do it anyway.
Wait till my hair grow out a little bit longer to match it. Then she going to be like, I'm glad you went ahead and did it.
Basically, what I'm trying to say is that, and I'm trying to pride myself as being a woman that does do what I want to do. And, you know, like I said, when I was dating Jason, I was dating another guy. I went out on a couple of dates or a date with a guy that, but was still talking to him on the phone that didn't want me to go to the Navy. Can't do it because I want to do what I want to do. I want to go to the Navy. So, and I'm not talking about being uncompromising, of course. You got to be compromising in a relationship. But when you know that you got something that you need to do for yourself and like you need to do this for yourself and you know that for sure, then no, you need to go ahead and do it. And your partner, you know, will probably come along. You can have those conversations and just explain to them that this is something that I have to do. So women, we have to get better at that because I feel like the men that I've experienced in my life, they're going to do what they want to do. If they want to do it, especially this one. If they want to do it, they are going to do it. And women, we typically kind of, you know, being, you know, a little bit more, you know, and want to be more pleasing to you and all this other stuff. So yeah. So when I saw that was kind of like the first trigger of like, you know what, I'm about to cut my hair. That's what I'm about to do because he gonna do what he want to do. It reminded me, I'm not even hating. You should do what you want to do, but only reason why you can have a problem with it is if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, like as a person, you know? So
basically I helped you.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, so shout out to me, man.
Eventually. So the other part of this is when I did mention that when it did have something to do with my grandmother passing. So when I went home for the 7 days, I was talking to my brother and his wife, and we were discussing hair and like how some people believe.
Shout out to Victoria and Johnny. Yeah. They was on a previous episode. Yeah. What was it called? Gender Roles. Go check out.
Very early episode.
Yeah, check them out.
And so we were talking about how some people believe that, you know, your hair holds memories. It's an extension of yourself and that like it has DNA and like it holds the stress. And I was like, when Victoria said this, I was like, oh my God, that is what I have been feeling but I just didn't know like I didn't have the words, you know.
She wanted to cut all that Navy hair off.
Yes, because I just had such a strong urge. And when you think about it, when people go through a difficult time, a lot of times they cut their hair. Not a lot of times, but people cut their hair sometimes when they're going through a hard thing. And it's like ridding yourself of whatever that traumatic experience was. Sure. You know? And, you know, some people like, you know, you going crazy or something. It's like, no, I'm cutting my hair to get rid of that.
That's what Britney Spears did.
But I mean, she's okay now. You know what I mean?
She got rid of that hair.
Yeah.
But that's why you should join the Air Force instead of the Navy.
Oh my God. And it just wasn't healthy anymore. So that was it. Like, and I do want to mention, like you said earlier, that Jason did come around to supporting me eventually, like sometime this year. You came around to.
It was a couple of years ago.
No, it was this year. I know for sure because I went to the dermatologist right before the pandemic happened.
I think another thing was, I'm like, why you just go straight to the more extreme? Why not try Rogaine? Why not try other things?
Because I already could feel it. Like I said, I already knew it was more so about, I know that I got to take care of this spot. Even if you do Rogaine.
I'm just saying that's what I was saying.
At the time?
At the time.
Oh, okay.
I'm all with you here. We are on the same page now. You know what I'm talking about? So,
yeah. Okay.
It's all good.
So he was, and then I went to the dermatologist and he said there's some scarring up there and he said he just didn't really think it was going to grow back. And, maybe we could do a biopsy, which is taking a piece of my scalp and sending it to the lab to find out what the problem was. I was like, I ain't trying to cut on my scalp. Hey, you gonna put another scar on my head. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I don't know. So I became scared because of that, right? Because I'm just like, the whole purpose of me cutting my hair is to like really start over with the hopes that spot will fill in, right?
Right.
So that was kind of keeping me from it. But then when I had this conversation with Victoria, I was like, yes, I need to do this. And then I started thinking about the type of things my grandmother used to do when I was growing up.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things she would do is when she combed our hair, there was whatever hair was left in the brush, she would actually burn that hair. And I started thinking about that, like, why did she do that? She told us something about the birds that get it or something like that. But then I did some research to figure out like if somebody else, was saying this, and it turns out that Native Americans actually burn their hair. First of all, they don't cut their hair, and they when they do cut it, it is because of a major life transition, or they've lost someone very close to them. And when they cut their hair, they will burn it or bury it, or one other thing. I can't remember what they said they did. So it was just so weird to me that I made the decision to cut my hair before my grandmother passed. But after she passed,
it was cemented in.
Yeah, it was. I was like, oh yes, I'm totally cutting my hair and I'm burning it because.
Did we ever burn it?
No, we didn't. It's in a bag.
Is that the bag?
No. I have it in the room, but
I thought you was gonna take it back to Arkansas and burn it out there.
I just didn't get a chance to. So, we have a lot of Native American in my family, right? Mm-hmm. Cherokee Indian and Blackfoot Indian. And so,
side note, and some, you can do your research on this, but some are saying that, Black people were already here in the United States.
Yeah.
It's not far-fetched that they could build their own boats. If you had one of the richest men in the world, still, Masa Musa, right? Mm-hmm. And he was so wealthy on his way to Mecca, because he was Muslim. He would throw off the what's that called? The inflation would go up in these towns because he would give away so much gold, and it would throw off the town's economies along the way. So these people traveled. Africans traveled. They had boats and they traveled to different places. You can look at some ancient stuff in Mexico and all these different places that Black people were already there. So some would say that Black people were Indians before the slave trade even ever happened. So think about it, all the Black people that are listening. Think about talking to your grandma or your great grandma if you was around. She was around, or grandpa. A lot of times they're going to say you have Indian in your blood.
Yeah. And some people were kind of like being negative about it. Like I seen something on the internet saying, why Black people always got to say I have Indian in me? Why can't Black just be good enough? And it's like, what if our grandparents was telling the truth? Like, What if we do have we are Native American? Like, why would they lie about that? Like my grandmother got this blue ring around her eye. If you go to Arkansas and see some of these older, great grandparents, they have that blue ring. Y'all know, some of y'all know what I'm talking about.
Some people say that's like eye disease or something like that.
No, well, I don't know, but it's just different. Okay. Like Jason said, our son got different hair. It's feathery. It's feathery hair.
Your mama hair is like
because my mother hair is like that.
And my hair is a little different too.
So it's like it is what it is. Nobody's trying to like be better, like
it
like it's not about that.
Worse.
It's about understanding
who
like
you are.
Yeah. So for sure we have Cherokee. My grandmother's husband was Cherokee and Black, and he definitely would, like, if you see a picture of him, he looks like I don't know. He does not look like a Black man. Okay. So basically the point is that, she had
grandma had a lot of pictures of Indians around the house.
Yeah. She always had pictures, and she always told us we had Native American in us. And we from Arkansas. You know why we call it Arkansas instead of Arkansas? It was so many Native American tribes. Like that is a rule in Arkansas to show respect for the Native Americans who were there. Right. That is the way that they pronounce it, Arkansas. It's a Native American thing. It's not, because people ask me all the time, why y'all say Arkansas instead of Arkansas? Like, you got Kansas. It's spelled the same way. Well, it's supposed to be Arkansas. Like, she used to do this. Like, this is, I don't know, like just something that was passed down, and who knows, is a Native American tradition, maybe because she would do it faithfully. Comb our hair, any hair that was in the comb or brush, she is going to go burn it.
I need to start burning my hair. My hair getting long.
Yeah. So after that, I was like, I'm definitely cutting off my hair. Like, understanding that this is what Native Americans do with some tribes. I'm not going to say all of them, but some tribes cut their hair when they experience a significant loss, which my grandmother is a significant loss. So it's just all came together at this time for me to just be like, nope, I'm cutting my hair, So yes. So are you guys ready?
Are you ready? Before we get there, I want to give a shout out to my brother Timothy Holmes. I know y'all been seeing me drinking some something. It wasn't none of that other stuff. It was actually some tea. And Tim, he started growing different herbs and things in his backyard when the pandemic started. And I followed him and I said, man, that's cool. Whenever you get all that stuff going, man, send me some. You know what I'm saying? And he decided to start his own company, and it's called Alignment Tea Company. So definitely go check out Let me give you the actual website. It's called aligntea.com. And his mission is, whether you live on a farm or in downtown apartment, we believe everyone deserves to wake up to the best herbs that nature has to offer. Our mission is to give you access to totally organic herbal teas, tinctures that will help to reset, renew, and restore the body. We appreciate your visit and hope you'll find something here to make you feel blessed. So they got a lot of cool stuff: fresh air tea, strongman tea, feminine tea, to help you with different things and detox, all the good stuff. So go check out aligntea.com and purchase some and tell them Loveology Podcast sent you.
Yeah, and Jason, just let me taste some. It's very good.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm not even a tea person.
Me neither, not really. Good. Yeah.
I threw a little honey in there. But just here's some ingredients. Some I can't pronounce that. Inacha, eucalyptus, lemon peel, elderberry, basil, raspberry, lavender, peppermint, ginger, and turmeric. So yeah, check it out. alignmenttea.com.
All right. Awesome. Okay. Are we ready?
If
you're listening to us, we're sorry, but
you gotta go to YouTube, man.
Yes. I'm basically taking off this is a cheetah head wrap right now to reveal my short hair. Yeah. So, yes, basically taking this off to reveal.
Let's see. Drum roll. I don't know what sound that is, but hey, who's that lady? Who's that lady?
And actually, look at my gray hair, y'all.
Yeah.
And actually, this what you're seeing now is a month old because I cut my hair off on November 21st, so almost a month old.
And I'm gonna throw some pictures up of you.
Yeah, so you can see like how I cut it really, really low, like practically bald, and it's already grown back this much in a month. So I'm not gonna show y'all my spot. I'm praying. I am eating healthy foods, and I am putting essential oils and carrier, or like a oil mixture that I put together.
Drinking herbal teas.
I'm doing a whole bunch of stuff to try to like grow this spot back.
Speaking positively.
It's hard because, I'm not gonna lie, like I'm taking a lot of pictures, but I'm not gonna feel comfortable sharing them until my hair grows back. I'm gonna say until it grows back because I believe that it will. Yeah. But I'm not gonna lie, like I was just listening to something I think it was Brene Brown or something. I was listening to her book and she was talking about how people leave out that middle part, like the hard part. Like you just talk about, oh, I went through a difficult time. Well, no, like let's like live with it. Like actually show that difficult time instead of, but I ain't brave enough.
You ain't brave enough to show that?
No. Like right now, I'm happy that I'm doing it right now because I'm working from home and I'm on Zoom, so nobody sees. Like it's like this whole area. I will show you this part. Y'all can see. You can see it a little bit, right?
It's not that bad.
You can see this. You can see that thinning right there. But right here is very sparse. Oh, can they hear me? Because I'm
it's very sparse.
It's very sparse right there. So, I'm doing all sorts of stuff to try to make sure this hair grows back. But I do not regret my decision to cut my hair at all.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I'm very happy with it, and I know cutting my hair was the best chance that I personally had, given the responsibilities that I have in my life to baby this spot and really take care of it and try my best to grow it back. But like I said, I'm eating organic. I'm eating vegetables. And I'm trying to lose my baby fat anyways. The fat so it's all working together. I'm working out. And like, dude, I gotta.
And it's easier for her to work out because all she gotta do is rinse some water across her head and she's done.
Exactly. Like I can rinse my hair, and that's a big hindrance. Like my ladies, y'all know what I'm talking about. Like
I know what you're talking about.
Especially if you
now.
Natural. Now you know what I'm talking about. Especially if you natural. It's like, oh my God, like my hair gonna get all sweaty and nasty, and I don't have to worry about this. So like I'm excited to work out 25 minutes a day, T25, and be able to just like jump in the shower, rinse my hair, and put some oil on it and be done. So I'm very happy, but y'all pray for me. I'm definitely still trying to grow this spot, but I'm taking plenty of pictures. So when it grows back, I will then show you. But right now, I'm not comfortable. I just can't do it. So yes.
Well, cool. Good job, babe. I love it. The hair is nice. I get to grip this head. Come here, girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up. Well, we definitely appreciate you having. I just like the courage. You know what I'm saying? That's
yeah.
Really,
Jason was like, "Oh my God, you're like so confident. I'm so attracted to you." Like,
I just like the courage. She be messing up how I be saying it. So
how did you say it?
Come off like that.
What'd you say?
Don't worry about it.
What'd you say? Say it.
I just like the fact.
No, you already forgot. You told me you was like super like the confidence.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
I like for you to be confident.
Then you told me you was like really attracted to me.
Yeah, obviously I've been attracted to you.
Yeah, so we'll show you guys some pictures. Like Jason said, he took some photos of me when I first one day.
Showed them.
Oh yeah, sorry. The magic of video. So yeah, Jason took those videos. Photo credit to Jason Harris.
Thank y'all. I don't get too much credit around here. Thank you.
All right. That's it. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, we want to wish everybody happy. We didn't say that we will be taking a break. We just wanted to update you guys. Like I said, thank you again for your patience, for not understanding exactly, why we've been so consistent for almost 2 years and to like not put anything out for like almost a month, Yeah. So that is what was going on. Right. Hopefully you understand that. And now we're just going to take the rest of the year off, but we will be back at the top. Sometime
in January. We ain't going to just put a date on it.
Okay. Well, we'll be back in January with the regular scheduled program.
Yeah. So, appreciate y'all. Continue to keep us in prayers, and we praying for everybody. Continue to listen, share this podcast, share this episode. And man, we just gonna catch y'all next time.
Happy holidays.
Let's get ready see you in 2021. Get ready for the new year.
Yeah.
Man, get pumped. Get these stimulus checks rolling.
And everybody be safe during this holiday season.
Oh yeah.
We're not gonna talk about the vaccines. We don't know about that yet. Right?
We don't know about that just yet.
Yeah. So.
All right, y'all. Well, we're gonna catch y'all next time. Peace out.
Bye.